Okay, so here we are. That puddle on the ground leaked out of the car. Now, oddly, the day before the race, the car was leaking, and it obviously is leaking a bit, but it stopped leaking, which is odd. But this is the coupler for the radiator. So I'm pretty sure this is what cracked, because on this side of the car 10 months ago, that one cracked, and I'm assuming it's this one, because the radiator's new. If the radiator's cracked, then I'm really sad. But we're taking a guess that it's this, and so I'm gonna take the car apart. I'll see how long it takes me. Last time it took me a long time, so we'll see. And I'll set the other camera and try and slow-mo it. This isn't a video on how to take it apart. This is just me sharing my drama. If you want to learn how to take it apart, watch a different one of my videos where I show that there's clips, screws, fender well, how to jack the car, because it's kind of a pain in the butt because the car's low. Alright, let's do it. Okay, so now with the bumper off, I can look in there. I've dislocated the frame for the radiator. And you can see, oh no, maybe you can't. There's a little water in there, and I have a feeling it's the thing. So we're going to remove these hoses so we can get access to that bracket. Take the radiator housing off, I guess, and look at that thing. Okay, so with the complete, what is this, radiator subframe assembly off, radiator disconnected, and a good look at the coupler, you can see that it's wet, and that was what I assumed. I don't know if it's just leaking out of the O-rings, which it could, or the assembly is cracked, so we'll see. Okay, so the coupler is off, and you can see it's cracked right there, and that's the exact same spot it cracked on the other one. Yeah, so that's no good. Yeah, I think it was just a hairline crack when I was pulling on it. It cracked the rest of the way because it wasn't dripping that much. But I gotta clean those up. So I got my magic eraser and some 3000 grit sandpaper to try and polish that up. Doesn't need to be perfect, but I want it to go in smooth, and I don't want it to leak after I put it all back together, because then that would suck. Alright, so the new one's together, old one's apart. Look, and it even has the peanut butter still on it, no matter how many times I flushed it. Oh, look how jittery I am. That was a workout to get that flipping piece off. And then now to put it back in, I gotta finish cleaning that up. I know, like the bumpy road to soda. I think I bought too much stuff. I don't think this is all gonna fit in my little black Porsche that I brought. But we'll see. Because that's backseat, that. Yeah, I don't know. And then if there's a passenger in the car, it makes it even more entertaining because I can't use the front seat. Just to think, a few days ago this car was in pieces. Yeah, not much stuff in there. All those years as a kid playing Tetris pays off right now. my Corona beers. It might all fit, actually. See, this is Tetris at its finest. Out of pack the Porsche trunk. And you get to see all my groceries I buy. Oh, don't let me down. Oh, mine all fit. We're still. We be grilling. Oh, it's gonna fit easy. I'm not a wino. See? Told you those Tetris skills were gonna play. I call that successful. I call that successful. Like a glove. Wow. I was worried, believe it or not. I know, sorry, this video is a little bit wonky, so I didn't film everything for taking the car apart, putting it back together. This is my toy, I wanted to play with it. It makes me happy, it brings me sanity. Car sadly does break down a little bit. But it's all related to the issue when I first bought the car, I think. That little coupler, I think it was $35, $15 shipping. It took me about 4 hours to fix completely. So if you think about that little $50 part, let's say the dealership's faster than me. So let's just say 3 hours at $195. So that's basically $650 or $700 repair, which, if you don't know what you're doing, is just horrible to have to pay that kind of money. And then you probably didn't care what I buy at the store, but it is neat to see how much fits in the trunk. I always challenge myself. I always got to pay attention, like I'm gonna go to Costco, which is the one that's the big challenge, because I got the giant shopping cart. Okay, how much fits? But, you know, that just goes to show the usability of the car. It's got big trunk. You know, it was easy peasy. Let's think about some future updates for me, this car, or just the car stuff. Let's see, I do moderate a Facebook group for car stuff. It's called Hawaii Car Scene. I raced the white car, my Snowflake, which is not the same type of car as this, because it's PDK, which is way quicker, and it had new tires on it. This car, I finally bought new tires for it, but it leaked, so I couldn't take it to the track. So we're going to bring this car back. There's 2 more events that are scheduled. There's a driving school, which I desperately need, and another solo race event. And depending on the reliability of this car, I'll bring this one. That's the desired outcome. Currently, there's 139,309 miles on the odometer of me making this exact video. The car drives really good. I've tested it again with my little app to see how fast it is, and without me doing a hard launch, 0 to 60, 4.9 seconds all day long. So that's pretty cool. I did make a... Oh, wait. What? Let's not go too fast. Residential. Sorry, I'm a bad guy. I ordered the brakes for this car. Now the brakes still work correctly on this car, but the pads are really thin. The rotors are all wavy. I'll take a picture so you can see what I'm talking about. And there's like a wear limit to tell you that you shouldn't keep these pads. That thing's long gone. I have no idea how old these rotors are. I would imagine they're probably near original, just based on the history of the car. But they could be 70,000 mile rotors. That's usually what you would imagine a car like this to get, even though I know some people with like a Boxster who barely got 45,000 miles on it. And I'm like, wow, you must live on a hill. I have been inquiring about a wing for this car. I mentioned it before. There was a company that sells a giant GT class wing for this car. And when I was finally like, all right, I'm gonna buy it, they're like, we don't ship to Hawaii, wah wah. And I was like, oh man. So I'm still on the lookout for that. I'm still excited. This car runs really good. It brings me so much happiness. I love rolling the gears. And so if you've been watching my videos and you've seen me, you know, have multiple repairs and you're like wondering if it's worth it, if you can fix the car yourself and you're gonna take it on as a project, it's totally worth it. Because it's not that much money, but if I was paying the dealership for every little thing that went wrong with the car to fix it or restore it, it's a lot. And then the car is actually really reliable. I mean, this car's had a bunch of issues because it had the intermix, and you know, to really do it right, you would just replace all the plastic and all the rubber that's associated with the cooling system, because all the issues I've had with it once I figured out the check engine light have been associated to that. And shockingly, it runs really good and still reduced burning oil once we got the check engine light fixed. So it runs really good. Let's see, is there anything else coming on? Not really. We're just gonna roll up to the beach. I'm not really gonna video the whole drive up there. I'll take a little snippet when I get to the beach.